Public markets they're great if you're in the private equity world, because there's a level of just inherent short-termism in the public markets. And if you look at public markets today, 60-70% of public markets are driven by computers, right? There's just the world of active, long-only fund management is slowly becoming a smaller and smaller part of the market.
Yeah.
And it's therefore much more volatile and creates much more interesting opportunities. I think we'll see more and more take privates from the private equity industry.
So private equity sort of solves its drawbacks as time goes on, and it retains these phenomenal advantages in terms of the governance model of what private equity can offer, both in terms of directed control investing, but also flexibility on the time frame at which you invest. That's going to be true over the next 10 years as it had been for the last 10, 20 years. More and more of the value at these companies is happening in the private market, and that's going to continue. So if you want to tap into that, it's both kind of the growth of some of these real platform companies like an OpenAI, or it is that entire ecosystem of companies building themselves on top of that infrastructure. The overwhelming majority, 95% plus of those companies are private and will likely remain private for the near term.
You talk about Golden Goose. Golden Goose was barely present in the US when we invested. It's now a very big part of the business. It was almost 100% footwear. Now a meaningful percentage of that business comes from non-footwear products. So we need to have a really good starting point, like a brand someone loves, great products, but there needs to be something around it that we can do fundamentally differently. So that's what we look for really in consumer investing.
The process of leading for us, or kind of the art of leading, in a lot of ways is how do you make high quality decisions in a reasonable period of time? And we found that in many cases the co-model actually makes better decisions faster. I can say for myself personally, having co-ideated and led deals with this guy for decades plus, that we just make better decisions when we're able to challenge each other and kind of give each other ideas. And that works across our sectors, and we think it works at the firm level as well.